Hello, love. I am coming on here with a message directly from the Fae Realm, and specifically the green fairy here. I am working with this green apophyllite here. I'm just going to show you really quickly, just to kind of get sort of the energies moving into this particular message, okay? This is going to be a really specific message for those of you who feel a resonance with the Fae Realm and are not entirely sure if that is the case or not. So this is going to be a message of confirmation messages as to whether or not you are connecting with the Fae Realm. The Fae Realm is connecting with you. Also, very specifically, the green fairy, if you feel called to that. What she's, funnily enough, what she is showing me is the reference to absinthe and the green fairy. Now, she kind of wants to come in here to give a clarification on that, because let's just say that when we are in altered states of consciousness, and if you are not familiar with the green fairy and the substance that is absinthe, okay? This is an external substance that when you consume it can create altered states of consciousness, just like many external substances to the body specifically, is what she's showing me. Now, these substances creating these altered states of consciousness, you do, of course, have the ability, and she's showing me kind of like, oh my God, this energy of sort of having the defenses down. Like I'm seeing an alarm system kind of shutting off and I'm hearing the word uninhibited, right? And, this is a word that is often used when we are talking about drinking alcohol, consuming alcohol, and other substances for that matter. But specifically, she wants me to keep it to alcohol. It's interesting because alcohol, there's a connection here with water and the waters of the body and the altered states of consciousness, and water being consciousness, and how this is really, really specific to alcohol, the emotional body, the water spirits, the elementals, earth, essentially, earth elementals, and how it is through these altered states of consciousness that you will begin to see things, let's just say, differently, okay? But the green fairy that I am channeling or bringing through here, she is quintessentially, in her own words, an earth, air, elemental connected to Momma Gaia, and by way of that, earth, air, water, fire, all of it connected to her, especially the trees is what she's showing me. Specifically, she's showing me the trees. She's showing me the energy of the leaves, the energy of green, the green ray in general, elementally, and all that is connected to it, all connected to the elements. She flitters between these different elements on earth. She is, you could say, an earth elemental, very much connected to that. But I find her energy also very airy. And that could be just the green connected to sort of the air energy and the heart. Okay. Her energy is very interesting. And she has only really been coming through for me since the summer. I am recording this in April of, did I say summer? Yeah, pretty much. She's been coming through. So it would be going close to a year Earth time. I'm recording this on April 27th, right around the new moon in Taurus. My local time here is probably around 10:30 right now, which is right around the time of the new moon in Taurus. And there's reason for that, is what she's saying to me. Again, really connected to these earth energies and the earth element and the elements of earth by way of that. So there's something very universal in her energy, and that might be something that resonates for you. Maybe you are struggling with what element perhaps you resonate with most. Maybe you're looking at your astrology chart thinking, well, I have so many planets in this side and so many planets in that side. And, you know, I should be focusing, I'm using that in quotation marks, okay? I should be focusing on the earth element because, you know, I have like 5 planets in earth signs, or I have an earth rising, or whatever it is. Now, what's going to ping for you first is going to ping for you first. Okay. Maybe you're struggling with that. She's coming in to sort of assist with this. Okay. So I've got a few decks here in front of me, and we're just going to get right into it. I don't know how long this reading is going to go for. I'm just sort of letting her lead the way, and she wants me to start with the fairy dust treasure box of fairy magic and wisdom deck here. This is the deck that she really likes to come through on for me. That was fast. She's got a very playful energy. Let me just put it that way. Okay, so we're starting with the energy here of sleep. Underneath the nighttime skies, fairies sing you lullabies. Now, so she may have been coming through for you in your sleep. You may have been seeing her in your dreams. If you're seeing a lot of forests, a lot of trees, that kind of energy coming through your dreams, there's a pretty good chance that she's trying to connect with you that way, or that the Fae in general are connecting with you through the dreams. Now, take that however it resonates for you. Medicine, veggies and fruit from yellow to blue, like medicine, they're good for you. Okay. So this might also be here. Colors of the rainbow is what she's saying to me. The Fae like to speak to us energetically through the color rays, and elementally they do that as well. That's what she's showing me. We've got butterflies at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Whenever you see a butterfly flutter through the grass, it is to remind you of the love of those who've passed. Okay, this is interesting because butterflies are an energy very much connected to the elements. You may, it's interesting because they talk about this. This is the number 4 strongly comes through with the butterfly in terms of the 4 different wings of the butterfly. Okay. And I'm just going to place these over here. I'll move this deck out of the way. So the butterfly energy can be very much an energy of elements and transformation and the alchemy of the elements. Okay. One of the things that the Fae teach us, I hope you can see that I just turned the light down. One of the things that the Fae teach us is how to work with the elements. So if you're being drawn to alchemy in some way, if you're being drawn to working with the different elements, the Fae and the elementals are directly connected to that as well. And she's showing me here the energy of greeting the elements every day. It's really simple to start connecting more closely with this elemental energy. because it's a simple kind of creating a relationship with them. Opening up your window every morning, going outside, opening up your door. She's showing me doing this first thing in the morning and also in the evening, whenever you have these moments in your day, every day, to connect with the elements, to connect with Mother Earth. It's really, really simple. It does not have to be complicated at all. We think that it has to be big rituals or, it's funny because there's actually a disconnect in that. You're more likely to connect if you just make it an everyday habit that's simple, that's straightforward. A really great book that I've started reading is Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch. I believe that's what it's called. She talks about that in there, and I absolutely love it. It resonates so much with me. It's just about having these little practices every day, like your everyday life and what you do and how you connect to Mother Earth that way and how you connect with the elementals that way and how you connect to spirit in every way, while you're brushing your teeth, while you are, taking a shower, you're connecting with the elements when you do this, right? We are connecting with the elements day to day more than we realize. And so the butterfly could also be a way that the Fae are speaking to you. They're connected very much to the sylphs, the kind of air elementals. Okay. Which again, the green fairy is sort of like a mix of those two for me. But again, she's very connected with Momma Gaia. And by way of that, very elementally connected with a lot of different things. Fairy guides at the bottom of the deck popped right off underneath butterflies. Whenever you are feeling blue, don't fear. The fairies are protecting you. There's really so much an energy here of fairy guides wanting to come through for you. And here's the thing about the Fae. They come in many different shapes and sizes. And the Fae are not just typically what we would see in terms of what a fairy looks like, kind of similar to what you see on the deck here, right? And she's laughing at that kind of cheekily because, while they are very much like that, their energy, it's funny, their energy almost feels shape-shifty in the sense of that they merge with the elements and they merge with nature. So you'll see them in the faces of trees, you'll see them in the way the wind hits the leaves on a tree branch and how it moves. You'll see them in the way the water moves. And it's just about getting really quiet and listening and really focusing and paying attention to that. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. I'm going to go in now with the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I'm going to ask through here for some more messages. It's funny because I know that the Green Fairy specifically wants to come through for this, but she's sort of taking a back seat now with the Shaman's Oracle. Wanting to sort of let the Fae Realm speak for itself, okay? Getting a lot of gnome energy too, like I'm seeing little gnomes. I'm seeing the energy of the gnomes, especially in like Sweden and Scandinavian countries. I really, really love that. This Heart Home card, Compassion, number 27. These are the Fae that are in our homes. This is the energy of elementals in the home. This is the way that we begin to connect with them first. That's what they're showing me. The number 27, the number 9. I'm seeing the energy of the Hermit come through a lot with that. It's about going within. It's about going into the home. There are butterflies on this beauty. Look at that. The butterfly coming through there. Look at the imagery on that card. There's so much here around the heart space as well, which goes back to this sort of air energy, but I'm just feeling the energy of love. So, oh my goodness. I'm hearing her say elementally the Fae are love. They come from a very pure energy. To begin with, I feel like putting that there. And there's so much about the Fae. I'm hearing that's also been maligned. Okay? What's at the bottom of the deck here? Skybridge, possibility for union, number 47. Okay. So they're a portal. They're a portal to another world. 47 is 11. That reduces to 11. So there's a lot of portal energy in that anytime we see 11, the number 11. Okay. There are kind of certain conceptions around the Fae being very trickster-like. She's showing me that that's a way that the fear has been put into people to not even engage with the Fae, period. And like I'm hearing misnomer. She's saying like that's a misnomer. That's a misreading. Their energy has always been here. Their energy has always been around us. We have just lost the connection. And when I say that, what she's showing me is that we've turned our backs to it. We've turned our backs to the connection. There was a time, and she's showing me especially the energy of Lemuria here. That's one energy that's sort of coming through. There was a time that we lived much more closely to the elementals. They were our brothers and sisters, is what she's saying. If you feel a call to that, 1717 on the counter as I say that, and that's the energy of the star card, renewal, baptism. That's Aquarian energy as well, okay? In this new age that we are creating, and I don't mean that flippantly, this new earth that we are building, we are returning to the connection that we once had with the Fae. So if you resonate with anything to do with Lemuria, especially, anything to do with divine feminine energy, Mother Earth, Gaia work, healing, whether you identify as an empath, a light worker, a starseed, a healer, okay? Working with different modalities, healing, crystals. These are all ways that the Fae and our fairy guides, our Fae guides, want to connect with us. If you resonate with walking a pagan path, with watching, with, that's interesting that watching came through. What is that? I was going to say with a witchcraft practice, but watching, what is that? She wants me to put that out. Repairing the veil, that's what it is. That's what this is all about. I have to show that card because there's something really significant in that. Yeah. Look at that. Just as I cut this garden, she wanted to come out as well. Garden of Venus. What's underneath that? Straddling worlds. Yeah. Wandering between realms. This is all Fae energy right here. This is what it's all about. It's about repairing the veil. And it's funny because there's forgiveness underneath that. There's more butterflies coming through here. There are not butterflies in every single, look at this. Look at this. This butterfly energy. So for some of you, this is really strong. This is a big confirmation when we're dealing with any kind of butterfly. And I'm even hearing winged beings. Interesting. We've got a 52 and a 25 here. So there's an energy here of mirroring, of resonance. The number 7, that's the energy of going deeper. Okay. We've got a 9 coming out again here with repairing the veil, which is the energy of the hermit and going within again, within the home, right? Within ourselves, within the temple that is us. So this repairing the veil, there's forgiveness here right at the bottom. Forgiveness. And I love that this looks like a little earth elemental to me. that little, you see that right there? Yeah, there's something in that. There's definitely something in this where I'm being shown rocks, I'm being shown big boulders, I'm being shown the mountains, I'm also being shown a lot of dragon energy connected with Mother Earth. Dragons could be another synchronicity that's been coming up for you. That's, again, somehow connecting here to the Fae and the Fae Realm. Okay? Dragons are winged creatures, right? So, okay. So there's a message here coming through around the energies on Momma Gaia that are shifting. And in that particular shifting of energies, frequencies are amping up. And through that, we are repairing the veil. So this energy of forgiveness, funny, and look at, I'm going to start asking through the Enchanted Map Oracle as well. Wide Open is at the bottom of the deck, number 42. And that reduces to a 6, which is the energy of Venus again. We've got the Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. So there's a lot here in terms of how we access the Fae Realm. We do that first and foremost by tuning in to the energy of the heart space. Through self-love is what she's showing me, through compassion, through forgiveness of the self. That's how we begin to repair the veil. Because some of us here are feeling very like we're not good enough, is what I'm being shown. Like we don't have it in us to be able to do this. We don't have it in us to connect and communicate with our Fae guides, with the energy of the Fae, with Mother Earth herself. And what they are showing me collectively is that is a massive... Oh my, I'm hearing the word psychological operation. I'm hearing the word psyops. Okay. And there's an alarm going off now outside of my window. And I'm hearing Foo Fighters now. I'm hearing this is a call to all. This is a call to all. This is a call to all to return to repairing the veil. And it just went off. The alarm just went off as I said that. Oh, and it's going back off again. Okay, so this is an ongoing process. This is an ongoing process. And we are repairing the veil in ways that resonate with us most closely. And it's about listening to the call, listening and seeing the things that are happening in the day-to-day, the subtle things that are happening in the day-to-day that are magnificent, is what she is saying to me. Because it's in the little things. This is a synchronicity that came through in another reading recently with regard to like the god, the goddess, and even the devil being in the details, right? The details are everything. The day-to-day stuff is everything. So the moment you get up, you know, you wake up first thing in the morning, you greet the day, you greet God, Spirit, you greet Mother Earth, you greet the sun, you greet your home, right? You touch your heart, you tune in. And it's as simple as that. Having this type of practice grows, and it connects you even more to all the different realms, right? Here we are straddling worlds, wandering between realms. This is how we repair the veil. This is how we go back to creating this bridge. and this possibility for union feels very much like a union of spirit. It feels very much like our connection to the divine being repaired through the energy of the Fae, okay? The energy of, she's saying play, the energy of play, rest and renewal. So if you're feeling called to connect with the Fae and the Fae Realm, carve out time in your day, like this Garden of Venus, for rest and renewal. I feel like I need to read from the book for that. Let me just pull that out for a second here. Number 25. The place of all is well, rest and renewal, self-acceptance. When the Garden of Venus appears, you are invited, actually summoned, to return to the pleasure garden of love. Goes back to this heart home energy. Having a place for rest and renewal in your home, creating a sanctuary in your home, also understanding that Mother Earth is your home. You know, even if you're a starseed, I don't know, this feels like a very specific message for someone. Even if you're a starseed and you feel very at odds with this world, it's not that you're at odds with Mother Earth. You're at odds with the constructs. You're at odds with the 3D in the dysfunctional sense. And that makes total sense. Because that's the reason why you came here, is to shift this, to experience something different. Your frequency is shifting things, whether you realize it or not. Okay. I'm also getting, because it says here, the place of all is well. I just want to the place, you see that? All is well. I'm getting the work of Louise Hay here as well. And affirmations. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest and greatest good. And I'm safe. You can use that form of affirmation if you're having, if you're at odds with certain things, if you've got anxiety coming up, repeating that to yourself can be incredibly helpful. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest and greatest good. And from this, something better will come. Something good will come. I am safe. Affirming that to yourself. Understanding that the frequency of Momma Gaia automatically, organically makes us feel safe. So being close to her, being in nature, going outside in your backyard if you have one and just sitting on the grass, like going and sitting under a tree at your local park, going by the water, whatever connects you to her is immediately going to bring you a sense of grounding, peace, stability, healing. Okay. It is time to leave the field of battle. Put your sword away. There is nothing you need to defend anymore. Step through the gate into the garden of earthly delights. Bask in the joy of wish-fulfilling trees and the scent of the healing flowers. You have returned home. So it's funny because, again, this is an energy of being around Mother Earth. This is an energy here of being in a garden, of being around flowers, of being amidst the trees. I'm going to continue reading from the book as I hold this. You are weary, and it is time to rest deeply and be renewed. Go into this sacred garden alone, as there is no need for another to be present to experience its pleasures. Really, stop looking for the other. Enter by yourself. Allow your senses to intoxicate you. Leave all thought behind. Lose your analytical mind and return to your body. In the Garden of Venus, there's a still pond that shows you your reflection when you stoop down to drink. Who is that staring back at you? Look at who you have become. Rinse your face with these healing waters and practice deep acceptance. Love who you have turned into with all your imperfections and blemishes. The goddess Venus holds a mirror that allows you to see yourself in all your flawed beauty. Do not become caught in its spell. After a quick glance, take the mirror with you and return to the battlefield, that you may reveal to others who they are becoming. Then you will no longer have a use for your sword. Put down your sword. Put down your sword. Okay? She's showing me the Three of Swords now in the tarot in reverse. You know, coming out of this energy of pain, of suffering. This is very much also an energy of allowing Mother Earth to hold you, to take your sadness and pain and transmute it, to ask her to do that, to ask her to transmute it into love, into healing, into truth, into a deeper connection into yourself, into a deeper connection with the Fae. Okay? I'm going to pop some cards now from the Enchanted Map Oracle, which is this baby right here. Okay? And let's see now what else wants to come through here. Because we're going to look now specifically at any kind of confirmations that you might need. Anybody watching this particular reading, anybody engaging in the portal of this video, okay? Any kind of symbols, confirmation you may need along your journey with the Fae, okay? Especially if you are right at the beginning of sort of connecting with the elemental energies. They're showing me colors again, the energy of colors here being really significant. Okay, so we've got commitment. Number 36, if you're seeing the number 36, if you're seeing any imagery like this, keys, okay, I want to make sure that you can see that. Stars, these particular colors coming up around you. This goes back to this possibility for union right here. Union with the divine, union within yourself. And when I say union within yourself here, I'm talking about your connection inward to the divine spark that is within you. Number 28, movement, with the ostrich here, the windmill, that little hot air balloon, and the little tree in the corner. The number 28 could also be significant here. This wants to go with straddling the worlds. That wants to go with that there. Okay, so that could be, funny enough, I'm also getting the number 14 with that. 14 is a number that is associated with movement. It reduces to a 5, right? And when you add 14 and 14, you get a 28. So there's something to that as well. So maybe you're seeing those numbers repeating. That could be something else that might be coming through. They're bringing me back to the energy here of the butterflies as well. I really want to bring that home, like make sure you are paying attention to butterflies, because we got the butterflies coming out in the repairing the veil, the heart home here, the Garden of Venus. Okay. We've got spark. This is the spark within, number 34. And there's a beautiful little, I'm going to see if I can hold that up. It looks like a dragonfly to me, but you can see that there in the card. Funny enough, her energy feels very Fae-like in terms of her being a part of the trees, a part of these bushes, coming out of the bushes here. And we've got more heart energy coming through with that as well. Okay. This beautiful, the healing of sound coming out here as well. Number 46. Okay. I'm hearing split mind with that. Split mind. Connected to repairing the veil. So for some of us here, I'm just going to stick this here for 2 seconds. We're going to go into this a little more deeply. Number 52 at the bottom of the deck, magical shape shifter. She also looks very Fae-like here. Butterfly type wings as well. Dragonflies could be another thing. I'm seeing clocks here. For some reason, this fan is looking like a paper airplane to me. That could be for some of you very specifically. More keys coming out there as well. The number 7, again, we've got another 52. That could be a number that is also significant right now for you. Okay, just move this over here. So this has to do with the programming and indoctrination around not believing any of this. But there's pain in that. I'm getting that lyric, and this is also from a poem, a Rumi poem, something along the lines of the cracks are where the light gets in, and I'm specifically being shown this like a heart cracking open. This could also be the crown or the third eye represented, especially with these colors, like this sort of more purpley violet kind of energy here feels more like the crown, but I'm also getting some third eye kind of energy coming through there, where some of you may actually be seeing and very intensely feeling the energies of the Fae, of your fairy guides, and you're at odds with it. Like it's freaking you out. It could be just like, no, you're questioning it. But you know you can't. You know that this has happened. There's nothing here that is in any way, not happening. It's happening. You can feel it. And it's like you're being asked to really trust that. You're being asked to really trust that. And understand that you are like this magical map shifter. You are like this magical map shifter, shifting the trajectory of your journey. You're shifting the trajectory of your journey. And this is your confirmation to have faith. She's directing me back to the spark. The spark that is within you, your creative life force energy, what resonates for you, what lights up your heart. Look back to when you were a child. This is something that she's showing me very vividly. The kind of movies you loved, the stories you loved. They all play a role. The imagination is not just about making things up, quote unquote, making things up. It's actually like it's the energy that comes out around when I'm hearing her say that is very, it feels disillusioned. The energy around that feels like there's a lack of faith in what you believe and what you trust. Some of you heard that growing up, and it's still a wound. It's still something that, going back to the affirmations, all is well with this Garden of Venus. How are you speaking to yourself is a really big part of this. So shifting your self-talk, engaging in affirmation work, okay, is going to really help you to start to begin to shift the energy, to open up to repairing this veil, to open up to creating this bridge, straddling worlds, because you're already doing it whether you realize it or not, Okay, I'm going to end out with popping just a few tarot cards here from the Tarot Original 1909 deck. Okay, the Rider-Waite-Smith, Pamela's Genius. Whoa, fast. Okay. First thing coming out here is the Nine of Swords in reverse, which is actually a really nice energy to see right now. She's showing me this card as well. Oh, there it is. Okay. That Three of Swords really wants to make an appearance. Okay. We've also got the Ten of Pentacles coming out as well in reverse. Let me put these over here so you can see them. Okay. So this energy of feeling at odds with your family, not being emotionally supported by your family is a very intense, deep wound, a place of pain, okay? Acknowledging also the energy here of really working with the body to transmute these energies, and that you have done the work. You're coming out of it. This is a source of alchemy, is what she's showing me. And the thing is, working with elements and working with the elementals can really show us how to transmute and alchemize energy. So this Nine of Swords in reverse, this Page of Pentacles here, it has been a methodical process. It's been a bit of a slow-moving process, but you're learning. And the Page of Pentacles is always going to, the intention is always to deliver that pentacle, right? The Page of Pentacles moves into the Knight of Pentacles that is going to get the job done no matter what, you know? And there's also, oh my goodness, that's a lot. Okay. And there's also, look at that, just popped out. So there's an emphasis here as well on the body, definitely. Doing body work can be incredibly helpful. Look at these cards, just look at that. We've got the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This wants to pop through. Oh my God. Coming out of a conflict of spirit is what I'm hearing with that. And this Four of Swords is going right back to this Rest and Renewal card. Really being in that energy is incredibly important, really important. We've got the King of Pentacles making an appearance here. The Three of Wands. Oh my goodness. The Lovers. This Seven of Wands coming out here as well, with this Seven of Cups in reverse. So what I'm getting with this is it's really important to get quiet in order to connect. Spirit, the Fae, work in very subtle ways. So you have to get quiet in order to start to listen, okay? This Lovers, this goes back to the energy of union. Gemini could also really be significant here, the energy of Gemini, all right? The number 6 again coming through for this, that is connected to the energy again of Venus, the energy of Venus. Choice is what I'm hearing with that. It's up to you. At the end of the day, it is your own free will whether or not you want to live. I'm hearing a magical life. It's totally up to you. It's your choice. I'm also getting here the union of the child within with who you are now. which is really interesting. And this is also the energy of Archangel Raphael coming in here too, very much connected again to the green ray and the gold ray by way of that, which, funny enough, also very connected to the green fairy. So what's really cool here is we have got a beautiful progression of Pentacles energy working within the body, being methodical about this. This is the earth. This is the element of earth. This is Mother Earth, okay? The energy of her physical being expressed through the elements and through the Fae. I cannot emphasize enough the energy of being grounded as well, of being connected to her and her energy in connecting with the Fae Realm. They all go together. They're part and parcel is what I'm hearing with that, okay? Part and parcel. What's really beautiful is that there's this yellow energy coming through here as well, big time with the Pentacles, which again connects me more. It's coming through more golden, and it's also coming through, which is alchemical, and it's also coming through in a way that's very connected to your will, your willpower center, your solar plexus, having the willingness to do this. Just like with this Lover's card, it's about having the willingness to make that choice, to live that beautiful life, that magical life, that spiritual life that's connecting you to whatever is happening here beyond the veil, okay? I feel like putting that right there. It's connected to the bridge energy. And with this Three of Wands, what's really beautiful is the progression here. There's all the threes in the tarot are ruled by the Empress. So it's just, again, Momma Gaia, you know, in her own way coming through to speak to the power of creation, to speak to the power of when you put 1 and 2 together, these divine feminine, divine masculine energies, you get the third, the energy that is created through that. And this is a really interesting, what's really interesting that's coming through now here is how this is connected to when you make the choice yourself to connect with spirit, to connect with the Fae, you create the opportunity for that relationship to take place. Because the relationship is always the third aspect, represented here by this Three of Wands. This is a relationship of spirit. And traditionally in the Three of Wands, this is an energy of seeing your ships come in, of seeing results, of seeing your intentions, your goals manifest in the physical, manifest in spirit. I'm going to leave it there. Please leave a comment below if any of these confirmations have resonated for you. If there are any confirmations that have come through here with regard to the Fae and the Fae Realm, any kind of energies here in the symbols that have come up here, you may want to take a screenshot of this, and that includes this leaf here, by the way. If you may want to take a screenshot of this just to sort of feel into the energies here, okay? I am going to be coming back soon on this channel with a whole new bunch of readings and channelings, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you, family, for being here. I'm sending you so much love wherever you are here on beautiful Momma Gaia, in love and liberation always.